Hi, everyone. Hoy, 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 hoy. It's New Year's Eve. It's crazy. It's already coming to an end. It's 2024. What the fuck? What the fuck? Game is loud. What the fuck?
Good morning, Aspen. Good morning, Miho.
Right?
To you.
Of course I do. Love you lots too.
Kinky, hi. Good morning, Possum. To you. Hi, hi, hi. How is y'all's New Year's Eve going? Hope it's been well. Hope your New Year's Eve is going well.
Right? Of course I do. Love
I
you
was
lots
just thinking
too.
that you look like the sort of person who would enjoy
Thank
one
you,
of our
Bumblebee.
fairy. You
Thank
look like the
you.
sort of person who would enjoy one of our fairy kiss chillers.
Thank you. I hope everyone's New Year's Eve has been well so far. Mine's been pretty good. Stretch. Already? Okay, stretch. Okay. But weird, you want to stretch this early in the stream, but okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you've all been well. Are you excited to end the year the same way we started last year? We ended the same way we started 2023 with Elan, sapphic Elan. Got to go. Ah, ooh, nice, nice. That's good. But Possum, are ready to end the year the same way that we started the year with Sapphic Sunday and a Studio Elan game. Literally, we started the year the same way with the Sapphic Sunday and Studio Elan in Heart of the Woods. Fucking crazy to think about. We're ending the same way we started. Can't believe it. Can't believe we're ending the same way we started. But yeah, last time, a lot happened during on Christmas, for Olive, Caprice, and Hallie. Indeed, indeed. I have Mimo, I have Futaba, and I have Yohane here. All of them are... Futaba's manning the trackpad on the laptop. And then Yohane and Mimo are in my lap, in hugging distance. And Bruno is playing Sims 4. Yeah, Fadak is upstairs. Fadak is in my room upstairs. I don't have room for for Gundams on my table. It's already full. My table's already goddamn full of things. So I can't have Fadak or any of the Gundams here. But yes, I took a few pictures in the freezing ass cold this morning. It was really cold outside. I did it anyways because I'm unhinged and crazy. What do you mean? The whole gay girl collection? What do you mean? I just have Mimo. I got Mimo here. Pat, 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 pat. Why would if I don't do Futaba count? Does Futaba count as I pet her squishy bum? Futaba. I love her. We love Futaba. We can be hopeful for the female Joker mod. Female Joker mod, please. Please. But anyways, now that we've done enough dilly-dallying and excited for the new year, 2025, 2024, 2025, yes. 2025, 2024. It's so far, it's so close. It's in 6 hours for me. It's in 9 hours for me. I can count. I see. This is the safe to look at. Ah, yes. I see. Lovely. Lovely little thumbnail to look at. Right off the bat. Lovely. But it's time for Act 3. 2-point perspective.
First and foremost, I hope everyone had a great holiday.
I do too. Hope everyone had a great holiday. I agree. Caprice stands at the front of the table while the rest of us clutch our various caffeinated drinks. There's only a couple weeks before the semester starts, but Caprice has scheduled a handful of meetings between then and now. With everything that's been going on lately, this one almost dropped off my radar. If Caprice didn't send me a flurry of texts this morning, it most likely would have.
My family and I went camping.
Ooh, camping's nice. Look at them being gay. Look at them being gay for them. He closes his eyes, brows furrowing, reminiscing about something I don't want to even imagine. I'd die camping out in the snow.
I'm jealous. Oh.
Allison's expression is so downtrodden. She's given a depressed kitten a run for her money. Eileen's quick to notice, looking more than a little flustered as her eyes shift away.
Well, you know, our low-key holiday was pretty nice too.
I'm glad it sounds like everyone enjoyed themselves.
Caprice's shout refocuses the conversation back towards her.
But the new semester is just around the corner.
Yet here we are, playing school.
We don't want to sit around doing nothing. We really only have one semester left, so we gotta hit the ground running.
One vote for sit around and do nothing here.
Second.
Maybe it's just because how much time we've spent together recently, but for some reason everyone else seems oblivious to Caprice's forced laugh. She looks a bit off rhythm, compared to usual.
I haven't had time to do much of anything even tangentially related to drawing. I could do with the practice.
I give her a smile and she returns in kind, though hers is tight with a small amount of sadness.
I guess I'm in a similar boat.
At least Allison is showing some remorse over it.
The season keeps me busy. Lots to do.
It's hard to get much of anything done when your day starts in the afternoon.
Eileen responds to Allison's pout with a small smirk. The two share a small back and forth, but I'm too focused on Caprice's tapping fingers to really listen in.
Anyway, that's 3-2, majority rules. We need to get back.
Did you have anything in mind?
Oh, yes, 1 second.
Caprice pulls out her phone and begins scrolling through it. Ordinarily, you should be prepared for this. She's always been quick to rebound, but the holidays are clearly still weighing on her. She's aware of it too. She frowns as she mutters under her breath, trying to find whatever it was she had in mind.
Sure, let me just break out my easel and brushes real quick.
Aw, don't be like that, Eileen.
Another forced laugh from Caprice, this one decidedly more strained.
Come on. We all gotta stay on top of our game if we're not gonna fall behind next semester.
I'm just saying, we don't need even more meetings over break. I'm getting more than enough practice. Or did you forget that huge project you asked me to crunch on?
Ooh. Yeah, that huge project. What is that bound to? What the fuck did I bind that to by accident? I think I bound that to my skirt. Caprice's face falls. Allison gives Eileen a playful shove, laughing.
I thought it came out really nice.
For something that basically came down to last-minute homework, you mean? Not your best work, huh?
Guys, can we focus?
Jump in a lake. I did the best I could with what I was given. Miss President was the one who waited until the week before to ask me for help, with nothing but puppy dog eyes and some blurry pictures.
Hey,
If you
Oh, whoops. Fuck. Whoops. No. I pressed space many times.
hey.
if you didn't want to do it, why did you?
Everyone turns back to Caprice, finally noticing her. Her voice isn't loud. It isn't even angry. Even though it came as barely a whisper, it feels like the temperature of the room drops.
Not just the painting, but that, too. Like, why did you all bother coming all the way out here? If you didn't want to be here, you should have just said so.
Oh, no, Caprice, it's not.
I'm going home.
She pockets her phone and shuffles the paper on the desk into a neat pile, grabbing her things. The other members at the table look at her, speechless. I want to yell, shake one of them, ask them to say something, but Caprice is already leaving.
Caprice, wait.
Move, Olive.
Okay, but
She pushes past me and out the door, not stopping to wait for anyone.
damn it.
I grab her coat and mine, and I'm after her.
Caprice, wait up!
I rush outside to catch up with her. She stops at a crosswalk and barely turns toward me, not able or willing to reply. I'll take silence if that means she'll wait for me.
Your coat. You forgot it.
Oh, thanks. Sorry.
She reaches out and takes it off my hands, shrugging it on. I run a hand through my hair. It's a mess. What am I supposed to do? Should I ask her to stay? Give them another chance? Feels wrong. At the same time, I don't want her to just go. Nothing can convince me that she should be alone right now. Not even Caprice herself. My head hurts, probably from trying to think every possibility through before Caprice can leave again. I've got to relax. As I push my hand away from my hair and turn back, I just catch Caprice's gaze. Is she crying? She quickly breaks eye contact and stuffs her hands in my pockets.
Hey. Sorry,
Please. Olive, I really couldn't stand it if you were just putting up with me too.
My entire body goes cold as I realize just how much the concentration was playing across my head.
No, it's not that at all. I'm so sorry. I love you for you. I can never just make that up.
Really?
The notion that she could even be seriously entertained the thought makes my heart hurt for her even more.
Really?
Her shoulders fall a bit, almost imperceptibly.
I don't know what I can do for you, so I guess I'll just ask. How can I be here for you?
I can't read her mind. I can't instinctively know what the best way to comfort my partner is. I hope she knows better than me.
I don't know how to answer that. Just being around you helps, though.
Can I walk you home then?
Caprice scuffs her shoes against the ground, displacing a bit of snow. She lets the silence trail on.
You weren't going home, were you?
I don't know where I was going to go. I just needed to get out of there, and, well, the apartment isn't much better.
Do you want to stay over at my place?
Can I?
Always.
We board the afternoon trolley, sharing a number of shopping bags through, though her load far exceeds mine. She complained to me as I picked up some ingredients for dinner tonight, helping me suggest ideas for our next cooking lesson before stepping away into the art supply section. We quietly sit side by side as the trolley takes off, slowly rumbling beneath us. The shopping seemed to help a bit, but she's clearly still struggling to keep her energy up. She closes her eyes and rests her head back.
Guess this'll be enough for all the free time I've got now.
Do you really not plan on having any more meetings before the semester starts?
I don't know. We'll see. It's not that long anyway.
My heart sinks for her. She's looking forward to starting up the meetings again.
Well, so long as that's what you want.
Yeah, it's fine. It's better to let them loose than keep them holed up if they didn't really want to be there.
I think if Eileen and Wallace actually didn't want to go, they wouldn't.
Nah.
Huh? Her reply is so short and definitive, it surprises me. I go to press her for more, but she sighs and shakes her head before continuing.
I can't help but feel like I've maybe been really stupid. Like, all this time, everybody's been saying exactly what they felt. Why did I keep bothering with it? Ever since I started the thing, Allison begrudgingly joined because I begged her to. Eileen because I took over the room she was using to study. Wallace just for Eileen, and Allison, and even then.
Despite everything, nothing about Caprice's voice or demeanor is angry. Instead, she's speaking slowly, drawing out each idea after a moment of pause to really consider it. How long has she felt this way? She leans against me as she continues, and I feel the strain in her voice.
I thought maybe Eileen and Wallace really don't like coming to the club after all. But they kept showing up anyway, so I just pretended otherwise. I was so desperate for them to stay, to enjoy the club. I wanted them to love it as much as I do, so I kept playing along and hoping maybe they'd change their mind and suddenly be happy to be there. How long have they just been humoring me? Why do I keep thinking I can make anything better just by trying harder, when people obviously don't want anything to do with me?
She buckles, her voice cracking with choked sobs. The tears begin falling, really falling, and her defenses are gone. She can't stop. I pull her close. Her face is hot with tears, and I brush her hair away as she shuffles closer. She's trying to keep quiet, masking her cries into my shoulder as the trolley continues on. Any words I might have had are forgotten. The core problem isn't Eileen or Millie or anything to do with the art club or even Christmas. Her optimism, her tenacity, her belief that anything will work if put enough heart into it. It's her hating the part of herself that made me fall in love with her. We sit there together as she lets out what's been bottled up for months. Close my eyes and focus on her, ignoring every time the trolley stops and people leave or sit down or bring her back. I don't know how much time has passed when her short, painful breaths have slowed into a regular rhythm and her weeping has eased to quiet sniffling.
For whatever it's worth, I'm really happy to be in the art club. I love being there with you. I love how much you care about everyone and everything. I'm so grateful that you kept reaching out to me, because my life is better for having you in it.
She doesn't respond, but I feel her squeeze my hand, and I give a tiny nod. I kiss the top of her head. We've definitely missed our stop, but neither of us comment on it. Instead, after a few minutes of silence, Caprice begins pointing out how pretty the city looks as the afternoon dips into sunset. The next day,
Wanna go out somewhere?
Like where?
Caprice lounges about on my sofa, legs propped over the back of it. I take a seat next to her and join her in staring out the window. After coming home yesterday, we ended up making some chicken and vegetables for dinner before crashing on the couch to watch a movie. By the end of the night, Caprice seems back to her usual self. Bright eyes this morning are a relief to see. She rights herself as she ponders my question, using her newfound energy.
I do have work later today, so I can't really go anywhere too far.
That's in like 4 hours. We could do a whole road trip in that time. Do something crazy, adopt a dog, dye our hair.
That again?
I don't have a car.
That shouldn't be enough to stop you. I swear, I think you'd be hibernating here all winter if it weren't for me.
I'd at least go out for groceries.
Wow, really living.
Really living the life there, Olive. Wow. She playfully claps her hands together. I give a snort of amusement. Sit up straighter.
Well, what? Did you want to do more shopping?
No.
Caprice fiddles a bit more, seeming to think over everything. Something.
We only have 1 semester left, huh?
Yeah, thank goodness.
She bows a little. I look away out the window and towards her, trying to gauge what she's thinking.
I guess it makes sense you're looking forward to it. This has been a heck of a year for you, huh? For me, never mind.
Huh? Oh, what's up?
Actually, I think I better get going.
Huh? She hops up off the couch, grabbing her hat and donning it with another pause. As she continues.
Don't worry, I'm actually going to crash back home after all. My mom and I's place.
My expression must accurately portray how out of the left field this is. In my worry, because Caprice quickly tones down the energy and gives me a kiss on the cheek.
Really, it's fine, Ollie. It's just something dumb. I gotta get better at dealing with things on my own, too.
You don't have to leave to do that.
I know, but, well, you have work soon, and it's just dumb.
I don't care if it's dumb.
Because you are the best.
Despite her cheeriness, everything feels wrong. My heart sinks. It's because we're in our last semester. Something tells me she wouldn't tell me even if I asked. Caprice gives me a soft look. Not a smile, but not a frown either. A look like she is asking me to just drop it for now.
Okay. Do you want me to go with to drop you off?
Nah, I'll be okay. But I'll text you as soon as I'm in.
Only if you get a minute. Can I call you when I'm off work?
Without further fanfare, I get up off the couch and help her collect a few things. The art supplies she grabbed are still sitting on the bags, untouched, and the few clothes draped over the back of one of the kitchen. And the few clothes draped over the back of one of the kitchen chairs. I'll throw in a bag of cookies she'd been snacking on since she arrived. She says they don't sell them at her usual grocery store, but I think she just likes them. We share a quick kiss before she heads off. I close the door behind her. My hand rests on the doorknob for a few moments longer before I shuffle back to the couch. Why does this feel so bad? It's hard to shake that feeling. I did something wrong. I know Caprice would tell me if I did, or at least I think she would. I hope she would. Even with her reassurances, something seeing her up and leave so fast the moment her mood turned a bit. I feel my heart weighing down in my chest. Maybe I can talk this out. Not with Caprice, since she wants some space, but after an extra second to think it over, I pull my phone out of my pocket, fully collapsing onto the couch as I hit the speed dial.
Hello?
Hey, Mom. What are you up to?
Oh, Ollie. Hi. How are you? The breakfast rush just ended, so I'm running out to grab more eggs. Can you believe they only ordered 15 dozen for the week? This week! Like, everyone and their grandma won't be treating themselves to a cozy breakfast after the holidays.
Why did that take so long to open up? What the butt? Oh, no, well. It's open now. So I'm just checking something on the stream deck. Trying to figure out something. Checking a thing. Anyways, back to this. We're good.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'll call back. Or just, you know. See you in a few hours.
I try to laugh it off. Not my worst performance. There's an extra pause before she responds.
Olive? What's going on?
Uh-oh. The full first name comes out. Her tone and pace changed instantly. I can almost picture her slowing down her brisk pace, looking around, and dropping everything she was doing to focus on this call. She really is too good at catching when I'm not feeling 100%.
It's
Dumb. I want to say, knowing how that sounds firsthand now, I take a deep breath and start over.
It's Caprice. Do you have a second?
She listens quietly. I try to convey all the information as concisely as possible. The fight, how Christmas went, the art club, And then, this morning. Still, as much as I try not to, I know I'm rambling.
Anyway, sorry to ramble like that.
I just want to help her. I'm trying to just be there for her, but I don't know if it's enough. She started saying some really sad stuff about feeling like her personality is pushing people away. I love her. I love every part of who she is, but
My voice trails off, and I feel the stress of it all wash over me in a wave that I can't stop. I try to keep my voice together as tears well up.
I just don't know what to do. She really does her best. And I hate that I can't show her that it's not her fault, that things aren't working out. She's being so unfair to herself. She's amazing. At the very least, I want her to know it, but I can't even do that. I don't know what to do.
My mom shuffles somewhere on the other end, on the line. And when she speaks again, it's quiet. She must have moved somewhere more private while I was talking.
Oh, Ollie. You are being so hard on yourself. It sounds to me like you really love Caprice, and she really loves you. Why else would she always reach out for you first? Listen, dear. You've always been the type to stop at nothing to try to help the people you love.
I'm taken aback. Her voice takes on a lecturing tone.
Whether it's you burning yourself out on school and work to try to make me proud, or feeling bad because your girlfriend is going through a hard time. You care so much. Please be kinder to yourself.
That's Mom. Weaving life advice into reminders of her love. It wasn't that long ago I was on the same couch calling her about failing a semester. She's right. I'm back in the same situation as before.
Okay, Mom. I'll try. But I can't promise I'll stop trying to help in any way I can.
We promised, after all, at Christmas, we promised to take care of one another. I can't let that go to waste.
Oh, I know, Olive. I'm sure that's part of why Caprice loves you. Just remember to give yourself a little slack. You can't fix everything just by trying hard enough, right? Life has a way of working things out. The most you can do is your best.
Are they doing what I think they're doing right now? In the afternoon? For fuck's sake. They are, aren't they? Bruh. Sorry. I just saw ping. I was like, oh, are they? They're playing Leave the Company in the fucking on New Year's Eve. They're playing Leave the Company on New Year's fucking Eve.
Yeah. I love
My
you, Mom.
friends are playing Leave the Company right now. I'm calling them out. One of them streaming it right now
Love you too, sweetie.
on YouTube.
See you for the afternoon shift?
I'll be there.
Shum's little note of affirmation, and after another quick round of goodbyes, I hang up. It'd be dishonest to say the call made me feel entirely better, but it's at least given me enough energy to drag myself up off the couch and make myself productive. I make my way to the kitchen and start on some responsibilities I've been slacking on the past couple days. Things I never normally leave unfinished, but would do so 100 times over, for Caprice's sake. As I'm washing the dishes that have piled up on the sink, my phone buzzes a few times. Caprice's trademark, machine gun texting style. I'm safe! I love you! Thanks for being here for me. I smile and reply with this suitable number of green heart emojis in return. It's hard to accept, but I hope my mom is right. I hope this is enough. Later that day, for Mercy work was quiet today. I was preparing to just go through the motions, head home, make a quick dinner, then lay in bed with my phone till I passed out. That text message I received at the tail end of my shift had other plans for me, though. The apartment complex I find myself in is like night and day compared to my own. Even the hallway managed to impress me with how tidy they are. Double checking the door number on my phone, I give the one in front of me a good knock. After a moment, it opens with Wallace there to greet me.
Hey.
He extends his head a bit out the door, looking around briefly, before bothering to respond to me.
Hi. Caprice not with you?
I offer shaking my head rather than a verbal response. His tone is as deadpan as normally is, but I can't help but feel a little agitated about the question. Wallace seems generally unplussed by my answer as he opens the door to let me in. Even the hallway left a good impression. I didn't expect the apartment to be quite this high-end. When Allison texted me saying she wanted to invite everyone over for dinner, I couldn't help but wonder how she planned to cram everyone into a tiny apartment, something I feel dumb for even considering now.
Oh, Olive! Feel free to hang your coat up and find a seat wherever. We don't have a dining table, but...
No one's eating a thing till everyone's here. We're missing your +1.
I almost didn't notice Eileen in the background, hunching over the stove, her voice cutting through the sizzling of whatever it is she's currently cooking on.
She's probably not showing.
What? Why?
She decided this morning to head back to her mom's apartment for a day or two.
Oh, I see.
The deflation of her face is immediate and severe.
Well, there's the entire point of the night up in smoke.
I'm sorry.
What are you implying, Possum? You know it's a dire time when even Wallace and Eileen seem visibly downtrodden. I suppose this was meant to be their attempt at atoning for yesterday's meeting?
Well, I won't send you two home without anything, at least. Give me a couple minutes. Like Allison said, just find a seat wherever.
I'm assuming this is Winter Fragment, sorry. First snow related? Winter Fragment's the wrong game. Wrong winter themed game. Still sapphic though. Sapphic subtext, sadly not not as apparent as First Snow. Allison and I share the couch, with Wallace off the side on his own chair. Eileen comes around and passes out our meals, a modest dinner, consisting of various vegetables and strips of beef mixed with some rice. Rice and beef. Tasty. Ah, I see. It was women. After passing the bowls around, she finds her seat next to Allison, opposite of me.
You could have said something earlier.
She doesn't need to look up for her food for me to tell she's directing that question squarely at me.
When would I have had the chance exactly? Even if I knew about this earlier than an hour ago, she only made her decision this morning, and I had work today after the fact.
In response, not even a grunt or sigh. The food's good, but it's hard to believe the silence in the room as a result of people savoring their dinner.
Christmas didn't go well, I imagine.
Not at all, no.
She doesn't ask for elaboration. The atmosphere of the situation is enough for her.
We couldn't have known how bad it was, though. No need to beat yourself up over how yesterday went down.
There's absolutely a need to beat ourselves up over it. Even if Christmas went perfectly and things were fine, maybe we should just, I don't know, be kinder in general?
Eileen and Wallace winced at the accusation.
The holidays are one thing, but yesterday's meeting was the final straw. You guys sounded so eager to wash your hands of her. Is it really that surprising how hurt she was?
There's nothing we haven't joked about before. I never would have guessed she was so worked up about that.
You'd be surprised.
You'd know best there, I guess.
Throughout our back and forth, Allison aimlessly taps on the edge of her bowl with her fork in reflection. She immediately puts the bowl down on the table in front of us, seemingly tired of pretending to poke at it.
We've been terrible.
You were fine. It was Wallace and I
Who didn't consider her feelings? Same as me. After so long, all those mean-spirited jokes just felt normal, but I should have...
Stops to collect herself, but doesn't let it last, not wanting to lose her momentum.
We all knew the holidays were going to be stressful at a bare minimum. Then, as soon as we came back from them, everyone laughs about not wanting to be there? How else could it have gone?
Well, it wasn't the first time, and she'd always let it run off her back before.
There shouldn't have been a first time.
Stops herself with a deep breath. When she speaks again, her voice is notably quieter.
You're going to call me silly, but I really do think we owe her more than that. Eileen, you and I would be entirely different people without her. I know you don't have anything quite like that, Wallace, but...
No. I get it.
And as for you, Olive...
She turns to me, giving me the first good look, the sadness in her eyes.
I'm sorry about how you were left to deal with the fallout. Being there for your partner is a part of what a relationship is. But you shouldn't have to clean up our mess when you're just trying to enjoy your time together.
That's okay. You're right. It's just part of the job description.
I give her a sincere smile as my heart can muster. It must be weak, but it seems to do its job. She leans in and picks her bowl back up from the table, finding her appetite again as she takes a forkful of rice. It's weird using a fork for rice, but whatever.
If it's too late to patch things up now, then we'll just have to do our best to start this next semester off on the best foot possible.
I can get behind that.
No objections.
Life returns to Allison's eyes as the others chime in. It looks like the trio of art club seniors have made up their minds.
Olive, I imagine you'll talk to her before we get a chance. If you do, would you mind letting her know we love her, please? All of us.
I start digging into my bone bowl as the rest of the room slowly begins to resume with their own meals.
First chance I get. Promise.
Let her know about her love. Let me know we love her. Make Allison a promise. Befriend Allison. The achievement disappeared before I could fully read it. The next day. The quiet sounds of the evening make their way through my window, heard despite the TV absently playing. I tap away on my phone, drowning out whatever rerun is showing tonight. BRB, gonna help with the dishes, RQ. 5 minutes, tops! Sure. Have fun. Our texts to each other over the past day have been short but almost non-stop since she arrived. To the point where I'm almost worried I'm distracting her from her stay. On her end, she's quick to bring up conversation about absolutely nothing, and always ready to reply within a couple seconds of me saying anything, no matter how innate. I put my phone down, confident I'd have a few minutes while she was away, but to my surprise, my phone buzzes not long after. I'm initially impressed at how quick she got her chores done before I pick up my phone and realize it's not her. Howdy. How's she doing? All settled in yet? Ready for visitors? I stare confused at my screen, trying to She's not home. Is she? The rest of her Hallie's strange joke. What are you talking about? Your DF? On cue, the doorbell rings. Well, to answer your question, Hallie, no, I am not ready for visitors. I open the door just barely to see Millie and Hallie. Millie looks at me with a painfully forced smile, a small tote bag in her hands, tilting her head slightly towards me.
It's us. Just came to drop off a couple housewarming gifts. And talk to Caprice, of course.
It's cold. Let us in.
My apartment isn't much warmer, but I concede enough to let them in before I close the door behind them. I turn back towards them, trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Caprice ran away from home. She's not here, is she? Not here with her mom at the apartment. She's gone. Not doing chores at all, is she? As Millie walks through, she calls out to the empty apartment.
Caprice, it's me. And Haley. I was thinking about that painting, and, I think you were right. Wanna hang it up together?
That chapter card is making a lot more sense now. Is she really going to pretend nothing happened after all that?
Caprice! Did she head out or something?
I don't have any other plans tonight if you want to wait for her.
Sure,
She's not here.
Millie and Haley snap out of their own personal worlds. My tone surprises me too.
What?
She's at her mom's place. She stayed the night here after her club, but left the next morning. You didn't run into each other, or?
We came home to an unlocked door after a grocery run and thought we got robbed or something.
Huh.
The only room that looked disturbed at all was hers. She told us she was going out for a little while last we spoke, so we just assumed.
Going out for a little while? She didn't tell you anything?
Obviously, if she did, we wouldn't be here.
That's a good point, Millie. That's fair. You know, I didn't think about that. If this is how the two have been trying to solve things, it's no wonder their argument was gotten to this point.
And you thought that the best response to her trying to make some distance for a few days would be to barge in here without any prior warning and scare her into a conversation?
It was my idea.
Hallie!
It's nothing she hasn't done before. to
Hallie,
me.
come on.
She's
You're better
the
than
one
us.
always saying problems need to be solved face to face.
You know it's different when someone is asking for space, right? You of all people should know that. On top of that, coming in here like nothing happened. Do you have any idea how horrible she feels about Christmas? Do you want her to just pretend everything's okay?
You never try to explain anything. And when we do finally get to open up, it's all big contradictory. It's all a big contradictory mess. And here Millie is, after screaming that she wanted Caprice out of her life. She's here, sweeping everything under the rug, trying to make amends with a portrait that she hated just a few days ago.
Hey.
Haley's voice is cool, but there's an edge of warning to it. With a lingering need to say more, try to make her see how much she's hurting the people around her. Dissipate. At the same time, my phone buzzes off. I take it out, trying to give myself a moment to collect my thoughts again. Back! You there? Yeah, sorry. I took a deep breath. Obviously, they're here to talk to Caprice. I won't ask her to oblige, but at least, the very least, I want to give her the chance. I know I'd want to know if someone came looking for me. Hey, you free to talk right now? Like, over voice, I mean.
What's up?
Gonna give her a call. I wanted to ask first, though. You know, common etiquette stuff.
My frustration is starting to subside, but it looks like just enough managed to hold on for me to glare a couple daggers or two. Okay, so at least she is at least home. Okay, I was worried that she was not home. That's good. That's good. That's good. Eventually, my phone starts ringing. Yes, that's yes. And it doesn't take me more than half a second to answer.
Hey.
Hi! It's so good to hear you. It's been such a busy day, it feels like it's been forever.
Hallie and Millie are perfectly still, as if to avoid Caprice's non-existent gaze.
So, what's up? Just miss my voice that much?
It'd be nice to chat if you want to, for sure. But I'm actually calling because I got some guests over.
Oh.
Seems that was enough to clue her in on what's happened. I turn my head back to the two home invaders, only for Millie to avert her eyes.
Yeah. They were worried you ran away or something.
I guess I did. I specifically told them it was just for a bit so they wouldn't worry, but I guess I just made them your problem instead. Sorry, Ollie.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Olive, can you put her on speaker?
I'll ask. Hey, Caprice. Millie wants to talk with you. Do you mind if I turn the speaker on, or pass my phone over or something?
Please don't. Please.
What a mess of a situation this is. Emily looks at me expectantly for an answer, and all I could do in response is shake my head. My shoulders slump.
I really don't want to talk to her. I thought I was doing the right thing, and after, well, you know. I think it's better this way.
Millie and Hallie must have either heard themselves or noticed my face start to droop as they start to get closer. I'm quick to turn away, making sure Caprice's request is honored as best I can.
So, this is probably gonna be more than an overnight stay, huh?
Yeah, probably. I was thinking more like 2 weeks, maybe longer.
I see.
I should have been honest with you about it. Sorry, I wasn't really sure until I got here. On the bright side, you can come visit anytime you want. There's some moving boxes and stuff, but it's not too far from your work.
I can hear the shift in your voice, attempting to move the connotation to something happier. I hope she's doing it for her own sake, not mine.
That sounds nice. Just send me the address and we can figure out a time.
Sure thing. Oh, but if you come, don't bring Millie with you. Hallie either, actually. I feel bad that she's been lumped into this too, but, you know, it'd be awkward.
Yeah, no problem. I gotta see them off, so give me a few minutes. We can pick up afterward.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Bye!
Love you too.
With a click, she is gone for now. I put my phone back into my pocket as I spin back around the two.
Well, she's fine. Don't worry.
Well, there's that at least.
I'll be visiting her in the next day or two. Pretty much whenever I get the all clear.
I'll drive you.
No.
I'm just going to take the trolley. You not being there was the one caveat she gave me.
But that's probably to be expected.
I don't want to keep the two apart if there's any chance of mending this bridge, but I'm not about to betray Chris's trust to make it happen.
I'm counting on you then.
I don't really think I can do anything except be there.
That'll be enough, hopefully.
First, take a collective breather. The frenzy of the last few minutes taking their toll. Once the mood starts to settle back into something resembling normal, the two start for the door.
See you later. You know how to reach me if you gotta.
Will do.
Something is still bothering me. I hope I can communicate better than earlier.
Millie, do you have a second?
Millie stops the door as Hallie exits, and they both look back. After exchanging a look, Millie nods, assuring Hallie she'll be right there.
If it's about barging in here, I'm sorry. Wallace said she had left with you after the club, so
It's not about that, no.
I sigh. As much as her finding things out through gossip with Wallace isn't really the ideal scenario in any real reality, it's not the main issue.
Look, I don't want to tell you what to do. You and Caprice mean a lot to each other, right?
She hesitates, but doesn't deny it. A small nod is all in response.
I can't imagine what you're going through. I'm sure Caprice can't either. But I know it can't be easy. But this hiding behind a smile, running away from everything and then blowing up over and over again, it's not sustainable. Whatever you need, I'm sure Caprice will try her best to provide it. But if you don't tell her what it is, she's just going to keep guessing and guessing, even if she gets it wrong. She's not the type to give up, but at some point, she might. She's not invincible either.
After all of this,
That's all I wanted to say.
Millie clams up, something I should be used to by now. She doesn't leave immediately, though, glancing down towards the floor.
I'll see you around, Olive.
That's as best as I can hope for right now, I guess. A couple small waves and a closed door later, I'm alone. My phone is silent for the first time all day. I resigned myself to turning in early, hoping naively the extra sleep might somehow fix how I'm feeling. The next day, last night was a smooth transition from laying in my bed, staring into the ceiling, and eventually dozing off once the sky began lightening. I managed to get about 3 hours of shut-eye before the buzzing on my phone. It was easy for me to push through the exhaustion as I was rushing out the door, but after a long and unusually crowded trolley ride, I'm finding the exhaustion slowly catching up to me. I'm on my way. I'll be waiting! Still got like 20 minutes. Exactly, see you soon! Posture check. Thank you. Caprice's complex stands rather tall, sandwiched between the two similar-sized buildings. I follow her directions thus far, and the layout isn't too dissimilar to mine, so it doesn't take me long at all to navigate its corridors. Now comes the hard part. What the fuck you did out here? I nervously ring the doorbell, only for it to swing open immediately. On the other side is Caprice. It's only been a little while, but the last couple of days has dragged on forever, and Caprice has fucking given her own trial tips. She's giving us some blue tips.
Hey, come in, come in.
She has blue tips now. Oh my god, Possum, look! Possum! It's Yosemite! It's Yosemite! Takes me by the arm and pulls me into the apartment without a second of hesitation. I should have figured she wasn't exaggerating. She really has been waiting right by the door. Jessica, where? Where's Yosemite? Where's Yosemite?
I don't know what you're talking about. All I want is for you to be happy, Yosemite. Please tell me how to make you happy. Mom, Ollie's here.
Be right there.
Caprice shouts in the general direction of the hallway before doubling back to close the door behind us. I rubbed my eyes trying to get the sleepiness out of my eyes has been blurry, but she looks different, doesn't she?
How was the trip? Cold? You should really bundle up more, you know.
Says you. A hoodie isn't a coat.
What's different with you?
I run warm.
Is she going to bring it up? Should I?
So... You look nice, by the way.
Oh, right. This.
Yes.
I didn't realize you were being serious when you brought it up before.
Yes.
It looks really good.
I want to go to Yosemite. Yosemite at home. Yosemite at home?
What's that?
I didn't really realize it either, but, you know, I just kept thinking about it. And I just really wanted to change, I guess.
You've given me permission to slap you? I'm giving you permission to learn. Now touch it.
A tap thing.
Said to touch it, not to caress it. You didn't have to be so rough.
She absentmindedly plays with a few strands of blue streaks, twirling them around her fingers and admiring them. I feel a small pang of sadness at how much I dismissed the idea at first. It was almost 7 years ago. What? It's almost 24. I resolved to make sure I didn't do that again, seeing how happy the little change has made her despite all the stress. I wish I could have been by her side to make it happen. I hang close by, not wanting to disturb anything. I have to lift my elbow a bit as I move aside, trying to avoid toppling over any boxes.
Anyway, thanks for coming. Oh, shoot, sorry.
Aw, it's over. Dang, it's over. Sad. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that! It's a snazzy little jingle. Chris's phone starts going off, and she holds up one finger in a small motion and glances at it. Glazes at it. Yes, glaze. That's the word. She glazes at it. She glazes at her phone. You know what's also a good jingle? Do you know what's also a good jingle? As I go look for the jingle. Where is it? This one. That. Not that one, Possum.
You're banned! Got it! Banned!
I pressed it twice somehow.
You're banned! Got it! Banned!
I still managed to press it 2 times in I think within a millisecond difference on the single button on my soundboard.
Rub-a-dub-dub, at least.
Oh man, what time is it?
Grace follows when she looks at the screen. Rather than answer it, she cancels the call. There's very few options on who it could have been to give her such a reaction. Caprice avoids my gaze.
I can give you some space if it's important.
Nah, it's fine.
Nope, not at all.
Her phone buzzes a few times in her pocket. If she's purposely been doing this, the surprise visit last night makes a lot more sense. I can't comment on it though, as not you know. Miss. I forgot her last name. As Charlie emerges from the smaller door in the hallway, she sets down some packing tape on a nearby shelf as she approaches.
Hi again, Olive. Nice to have you. Sorry for the mess.
Ah, don't worry. I've seen worse.
Why, your house is worse.
It'll get worse before it gets better, I'm afraid. How have you been?
Miss Shifton. It takes a second to come up with an answer that doesn't feel dishonest. And I'd rather get over how both Caprice and Miss Shifton are staring directly at me, putting me in the center of attention.
You know, as well as anyone can be.
I understand. I ended up hearing about it last night when Caprice was asking about you coming over.
A little mention of it is enough to have Caprice divert her eyes from Charlie and I. It doesn't seem to stop her mom from addressing it at all. Same.
I figured you just wanted some space when you came over unannounced, which is fine. But please don't do something like this without telling them. Millie must be worried sick.
They found out in the end anyway, it's whatever.
Oh shit, I didn't turn the timer off. Oh yeah, it's just the great music that's totally gonna work to do exclamation mark playlist. Oh, I forgot to turn the fucking timer off. LOL! I need to do that real quick, give me a second. Where is it? Sure, you could do that if you want. It's like it's gonna get you the YouTube playlist, but like it's not gonna. It's gonna give you the YouTube playlist, but it's not gonna give you this music. Go for it, I guess, if you want. I'm not gonna stop you from grabbing my drawing stream playlist of copyright-free music. That won't get your VOD muted. But you don't stream though, so it doesn't matter. it doesn't make a difference. You don't stream pasta. So you can listen to literally any music you want. You don't need to listen to this playlist. No, I'm certain you don't stream. Especially art.
Anyway, let me give you the grand tour.
I looked at Charlie. The atmosphere of the room rests entirely on her. She catches me staring, quickly masking her melancholy with a smile.
Go ahead. This place is tiny, though. I can't imagine it being all that grand.
I learned my presentation skills from the best. It'll be great.
Okay, sure. Lead the way.
Chris grabs me by the collar, leading me approximately 3 feet into the living room. Despite Charlie's skepticism, Caprice finds no trouble finding a story for each and every tiny knickknack still hanging on the walls or sitting on their shelves. Even that everyday and mundane has a memory attached to it. We end up flipping through their small collection of movies, a wave of nostalgia flooding over the two as they each take turns looking over each and every one.
She loved that stuff with the animals. Always put on the same DVDs again and again.
What can I say? I liked what I liked. And if I didn't choose the movie, Mom had put on something boring.
Like what?
Like a cartoon?
Exactly! You're bad luck. You only got the boring episodes.
It doesn't take long for them to move to their kitchen area, consisting mostly of the usual appliances and a small table tucked away in the corner.
The place is already tiny, but it feels like we lived exclusively in the kitchen a lot of the time. That table specifically.
Are those daisies? The place is already tiny, but that's not I'm fucking reading that for some
The
reason.
homework table.
The homework table. The homework table. The homework table.
Ugh.
The homework table.
Reminds me of the countertop back at your apartment. I don't think I ever got a chance to see it without it covered in books and notes.
The homework table. Well, Chris walks on over, taking the seat closest to the wall, beckoning me to join her. The cushion on the chair feels flat, undoubtedly from years of use. Charlie opts to stay standing, idly putting dishes away.
Look! There's still a weird wart from that time I spilled juice and covered up with a plate so Mom wouldn't see it.
Chris rolls her hand over the slightly lifted part of the table, patting it proudly. She must have hit it really well.
Do you cook?
Charlie makes a so motion with her hand and laughs.
I didn't really have a lot of time to learn. We had to wake up early to go to work, and by the time we got home, it was already bedtime.
Takeout was our best friend.
It did let us spend some quality time together at the end of the day, since we didn't have to worry about dishes or anything. Anyway, I didn't get to babysit too often for that same reason, but I always made sure Caprice and Millie both had snacks on hand whenever I could.
You were basically a pro. You could have given Ollie a run for their money.
Olive would have been around 6 or so. I don't think it would have been very fair.
That's true.
You know what I mean.
Well, not to brag, but I do think I've mastered the art of instant chocolate chip cookies.
Millie always used to tell me that was the best part about coming over.
Oh, did she? That's the first I've heard of it.
I remember her always being super excited about coming to visit.
Charlie laughs as if remembering a joke.
I think that says something bad about me. Mike was always a stickler for healthy snacks only, wasn't he?
I think so.
Well, it wasn't all bad. His snacks had their own charms.
Like what?
Don't try too hard to convince yourself. I know how much you hate pears.
The pears. The conversation is vague and personal, but my imagination can fill in the blanks. I see it clear as day. Caprice and Millie sitting here, scratching away at some doodles or math test. nibbling away at whatever Charlie prepared for them that day. Mike coming in to pick her daughter up, maybe staying a bit longer for dinner, and doing it all over again another day at the Clark's house. I don't even need a first-hand account to see how much of a family these two homes really are. I guess Millie disagrees, but I wonder if she looks back fondly on those times regardless.
I miss those days.
Me too, sometimes. More than sometimes lately. Occasionally, I sit here and...
She reaches with a fork in her hands.
well, wish it was a bit more crowded.
Me and Caprice shift their heads. She and Caprice shift their heads downwards in almost perfect unison.
It used to feel a lot bigger.
Because you used to be a lot smaller.
A smile returns to Charlie's face as she drags the mood back onto its feet. I'm more than willing to do my part.
She's not exactly very big now.
Hey, it's not like you're a giant yourself.
I tussle her hair and she weakly swats me away with her hands. Little blue highlight peeks out at the movement. It really is cute.
Taller than you.
She makes up for it with pure energy.
Tell me about it.
I hug Caprice into a hug and she squeezes me tightly in return. I hear her phone vibrate in her pocket again, but she makes no attempt to even glance at it.
Come on, I'll show you my room next.
She grabs my hand and begins to lead me away.
I'll finish cleaning up. Take your time.
Look at all those orders. Caprice's crowded room looks about what I expected. Blue from top to bottom. Guess she's always been consistent about that. The various posters and canvases littering her walls don't stick out as a surprise either. If the living room is anything to go by, I'm sure the numerous toys and other bits and bobs all over are their own story.
Just how I left it.
Platypus?
Well, since
Quail?
moving out in general. Obviously, I was sleeping here the last couple of nights.
It's very you. Coulda swore your favorite color was orange, though.
Har har.
Orange. She sits on the bed as I walk over the desk stuffed to the corner. There are papers scattered on it, from old schoolwork to sketches. The entire desktop is like a moment frozen in time.
Hey, did you draw these in high school?
I held one of the papers filled with figure sketches.
Yep, I took art classes back then too. Oh, check this out.
I join her on the bed as she grabs a plush otter, worn and well-loved.
Mike got him for one of my birthdays when I was little. Mom said I refused to open any other presents after, and since then they've always joked about how they could never top it.
Her voice begins to shake as she gently strokes the otter's fake fur.
I didn't take him with me when I moved out for college. I guess I took the idea that he'd always be there for me when I came back for granted, but now that...
She allows a train of thought to hang on the air while she tries to find the best way to end it. The silence is eventually broken by a small sniffle, and then another. She opens her mouth to speak, but that only managed to fully shake her resolve. As tears start streaming down her face, she buries her face into the toy in a vain attempt to mask her weeping.
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. It's just, you know, have to decide what to take with me before we tear this place apart. All the furniture, all our stories, everything, so it's not my room anymore, and this isn't our home anymore, and...
She buries her face into me, now trying to do a better job at stifling her crying. I had seen her at her lowest the past few days, or that's what I believed until now. Is this how she always handles it? I wonder how much Caprice has cried lately. Is it a lot? Or is it only because she's been keeping it on all this time? I don't ask, only comforting her with an embrace. After a few moments, she murmurs,
Wanna go for a walk?
Sure.
Her phone buzzes loudly. More text messages. She gives a frustrated sigh, but still makes no move to attend to it.
Okay. Can you wait outside my room for a minute?
You got it. Take your time.
Thanks.
She wraps her eyes on her sleeve as she lifts her head up from her shoulder. I leave her with a small smile and exit quietly, giving her space to compose herself. I wanted to the living room. Charlie's sitting on the sofa, the grim expression on her face telling me she must have overheard the most important bits.
Everything alright?
Yeah. We're going for a walk. She just needs a minute.
It's hard, you know, leaving this place. Caprice says she's happy with how things worked out between Mike and I, but she's really suffering from the effects of it too.
Moving isn't ever easy. Even after doing it a few times, I always miss things about the previous place. Still, the good outweighs the bad for her, I think.
Oh, I know. I just find myself wishing more and more these days that Aid were still here.
I can almost hear the second part of the sentence. If she were here, none of this would have happened.
I'm sure.
She responds with a long, heavy exhale.
The Clark house was always a second home. We'll eventually be fine. Millie, though, I'd give anything to help repair that bridge, if she'd let me.
She's going to have to accept what's going on. Doesn't matter if she wants to or not.
Caprice has emerged from her room, bundled up in her usual winter wear. A couple of sketchbooks are thrown under her left arm, with a megaphone occupying her right hand. What?
Caprice.
I tried to get her to understand. We've done everything we could, Mom. She doesn't care, so we shouldn't either. I thought our friendship meant more to her, but I guess I was wrong. I give up.
3 words I never expected her to say finally leave her lips. My chest hurts. Caprice's nonchalant tone twists the knife further in.
Caprice, hey.
You don't mean that.
The shock in Charlie's voice betrays any sense of confidence in that sentence. A cold pall sweeps over the room as Caprice shrugs.
I know she's been calling you all day. Can you imagine how alone she feels right now?
How she feels? What about me? What about you?
We have each other, Caprice. Mike is here for us, and Olive is here for you too. She only has you.
Had? She made it plenty clear she doesn't want me in her life, Mom. She said so, word for word.
It was a stressful night for everyone.
Stop trying to make excuses for her. She can't just lash out all the time.
Another phone call, ending her thought with a grunt and whipping her phone out only to turn it off. Caprice turns towards the door.
Whatever. Wanna go, Ollie?
Caprice gestures towards the door with her head. She avoids direct eye contact with both me and Charlie as she walks past us.
Sure.
Where are you going?
Just
Out.
down to the pond. We'll be back later.
Okay. Take care. Stay safe.
What's the megaphone for, Caprice?
Will do. See you.
Caprice, why are we bringing a megaphone to the pond? Out the front door, she begins to walk down the road, still clutching her art supplies and a megaphone. She walks fast, so I try to keep close, while she holds the megaphone in her right hand. Why? Not long after. I don't remember a pond being that close by. Or at least I didn't see one on the way here. The supplies under her arm shift and threaten to fall, but she has no problem adjusting in many times as she needs to hold it all close.
What's with the extra stuff?
Just in case. I thought we could have a little club meeting of our own. Maybe we'll find some inspiration out here.
At a pond?
Yep, it's not far.
Agree to disagree. I somewhat wish I had my bike.
And the megaphone?
Please, address the megaphone.
I have a lot to get off my chest.
I see. She picks up her pace, and I trail slightly behind. After racing a bit, it seems right that she do an event, but a part of me is wanting to talk now. I won't push it, but as she continues to avoid my eye contact, the worry remains and the need to at least check in wins over.
Hey, everything alright?
Yep.
You shouldn't apologize for crying.
Mom shouldn't feel guilty about Millie, you know? It's not her fault.
I don't know if it's anyone's fault.
She really turns around to face me.
How not? It's Millie who... No, forget it. Come on.
She resumes her walk. I jog a bit to return to her side. After some time, we enter a small area just outside the residential neighborhood with trees and a pond. The trail circles the body of water with benches dotting it here and there.
We used to come here a lot. It was my ideal drawing spot growing up.
She finds a seat on a nearby bench and begins sketching it in one of her books. The megaphone rests next to her, still in reach.
Mom and me. Sometimes Grandpa, back when he was around. Sometimes Millie, her family. She used to draw a bunch, you know. Most kids do, I guess. Some just don't stop.
She wanted to come today.
Good thing you stopped her.
I pause. In a way, I feel the worst thing I could do right now is sit here and agree. I wouldn't say it's just my newfound optimism, but something in the way Caprice glares down at the ground, her fingers gripping the sketchbook tightly, it makes me think she wants to be wrong. I steal my resolve, but offer a soft touch to Caprice. She doesn't move away as I brush away a stray piece of hair from her face.
She wanted to talk.
What else is there to talk about? She wanted to argue.
She glares towards me now, but it's strained. I smile a bit, trying to offer whatever sense of ease I can.
It didn't sound that way to me.
What else is there, Ollie? What else can I even say, or do, or...
She slams the sketchbook closed, tossing it back atop the others she brought.
I tried, Olive. I tried to work things out. I did what I could.
She buries her face in her hands. I reach out to touch her shoulder, and just barely, she angles herself towards me. Her voice laced with an anger that colors how small she looks in this moment.
All I'm good at is shoving people around. No one would give me the time of day otherwise. Millie hates me, Haley avoids us a lot of the time. The club doesn't even want to meet anymore.
I promise you, none of that's true.
How can you even say that when you were roped into the club yourself? That was even worse. I was just taking advantage of your personal problems to get a small step up in this dumb fight.
It was still my decision in the end. So was everything that came after.
And look where we're at now.
It's been a rough few days, but that's only because I hate seeing you like this. You've been nothing but good to me.
Then why does it feel like nothing I do is good enough? Why does it feel like I can't get through to anyone? I'm so sick of it. Months and months of this. My best friend.
Your voice falters and shakes. I get ready for her to cry on her shoulder, and only for her to stand up instead, swooping out the megaphone, as she does. Without skipping a beat, she brings it up to her mouth and shouts, "The pool of water."
Why don't you get it?
A flock of ducks take off from the water, the sound sending water spray all over the edge of the pond and a flurry of feathers behind.
You've always been my sister. Haven't I been yours? Do you hate the idea that much?
She punctuates her shout with a wordless scream, and once the megaphone screeches in protest. Caprice, however, seems totally unfazed by it.
Maybe I screwed up, but I was trying to fix it. Doesn't that count for anything? Why did it take me leaving for you to want to talk? I just want us to laugh again. To smile, to live with each other instead of around. Why is it so hard?
She crumbles, her shoulders shaking, angrily wiping away the tears falling down her face.
I don't know the best words or how to say what I mean, so I just keep talking and hoping one small part of it might be enough. I'm tired of screaming.
Caprice.
What is it all of?
I wish I could tell her that I don't know either. I love her so much that I want to be with her and support her. But I've said all that already. I don't know how to translate how much I care about her into words. Screw it. I reach out and pull Caprice into the biggest hug I can. She's shivering. I wish she could bundle up more and nest on my face into her shoulder and squeeze. The megaphone falls from her hand into the snow with a quiet thud. I feel her shift in my hold. Suddenly move her face as if to say something. I ease up, not wanting to overstep.
Don't let go.
Words are barely inaudible as she buries herself into my shoulder, holding me twice as tight.
I won't. I promise.
I close my eyes to take it in. Her hands grabbing onto my coat. How much warmer it is together. Her exhale slowing from short and uneven hiccups to deep breaths. Occasionally, a spot of freezing wind will shoot over the lake, taking out any accumulated comfort we've managed to create. Each and every time Caprice pulls herself close. After one more time, she speaks again.
Cole,
A little.
do you want to head back?
I don't want to let go.
I feel her smile against me.
I don't either.
Couple more minutes.
I rest my face against hers, our cheeks touching. Her face is still wet. I don't mind, but I try to wipe whatever I can away with a small nozzle.
Yeah. Sounds good.
After some time, we manage to find a way to part, still leaning on each other as we take a seat on the lakeside. She asked me if I want to listen. I do. later that day. We don't return until the sun has already begun to set.
Hey! Hi.
Bridget's eyes are red from tears. When she speaks, her voice is hoarse and raspy. But she manages to smile. If Charlie notices, she doesn't say anything. Meanwhile, Charlie herself is very obviously attempting to keep a casual air, likely to avoid any other confrontation like earlier. She wrings her hands together as she searches for light conversation.
You guys have a good walk?
We did.
I think so.
I've got a pizza in the oven if you're hungry.
I'm starving.
That sounds great. Thanks.
The three of us take a small, quiet meal together. We chat a bit, and though Caprice is soft-spoken beyond just a damaged throat, it feels less sad
I'm
and more
starving.
contemplative.
Thanks.
At the pond after the shouting and crying, we talked a long time, as much as she was able.
I just felt like a bomb waiting to explode. Like if I stayed back there, just being around Millie would weigh and weigh on me. That I'd be screaming at her and not the pond. Not that I really expected to come here and scream.
Her eyes barely turned to the megaphone, resting in the snow after being pushed to its limit. I'd be amazed if it still works.
Well, maybe I did. I don't know.
Do you feel better that you did at least?
Not sure. Kinda.
Cheeks weakly like the ground, her energy well and truly spent after her shouting.
I thought I'd come back home to cool my head or something. Actually, not even really that. I didn't have any plans after running away. I just had to leave.
I know. It's alright.
I sigh, thinking over the last couple of days.
Sorry again about the ambush. I didn't really think they'd go that far.
You didn't think they'd be worried?
Not really. Not enough to chase after me. But maybe I was hoping they would. I don't know. I must sound like a broken record, huh?
She coughs.
Maybe you should rest your voice.
I'm okay.
As much as she tries to stifle it, a small cough sneaks its way out, immediately betraying her words. She continues, long before I have a chance to protest.
I wasn't really sure where I stood with anyone. Thank you for coming out here.
Of course.
Do you think she actually wants to talk?
Without a doubt.
She speaks towards me through messy hair. There's the faintest hint of a smile on her face, with the assurance. It's there only barely long enough to be noticed before sinking back down into her rested, solemn expression again.
What if it goes badly?
Then I'll be here for you if it does. But try to think positively, okay? I am.
I gave up on her, Olive.
Never too late to change your mind.
But she has to make that choice too.
Think she may have. I'm rooting for you both.
She laughs hoarsely and gives me a hug, nuzzling and kissing me.
What's so funny?
It's just nice to know that at the very least I always have you in my corner. It means a lot.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know. You know. As we finish up dinner, I start thinking about how I'll get home, my body finally remembering how exhausted I started the day.
Shoot, it's getting late. I should call for a ride or something.
Charlie could drive you.
I thought you were staying the night. It's New Year's Eve.
I am immaculate with these timings of when I play these fucking episodes. No, pause. The fucking timing again. Literally last week. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Jesus fucking Christmas. Oh my. What the fuck? Why is this a thing that happens so often all of a sudden? Why is this a thing? Has it been a week already? Has it been a week already? With the whirlwind I found myself in, time's become a total blur.
Oh man, what time is it?
I wouldn't want to impose. Plus, I've got work tomorrow.
I could drive you out if you want.
You do that for me?
Sure. Is it in the morning?
Yeah, at 6.
No.
Both Charlie and Caprice's face fall at the resolution of my early start schedule of 6 in the fucking morning.
I wish you said so earlier. I wouldn't have dragged you around all day.
Nah, fam, it's fine.
Don't worry about it. It's no problem. I can do 6. Though, I guess with the distance and the morning routine, it'd be more like 4, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You really don't need to. I know it's a huge ask. Besides, I'd need some cleaner clothes.
Then we'll swing by your apartment first.
Then it'd just be easier.
Wally.
She nods her head towards Caprice, who's trying her hardest to suppress a hopeful smile.
I was only supposed to help open, so maybe I can see if they'll accept a last-second call-in, actually. I'm sure they'll understand. New Year's is usually a lot calmer than Christmas is for us.
You're the best.
You're still dying. You're still fucking dying, Caprice. Stop it. Oh my god, what the fuck? She chokes on her excitement and starts coughing. Charlie worriedly rubs her back.
You sure you're okay?
Just had a lot to get off my chest. All good now.
Caprice spends the rest of the meal animatedly talking about this and that. Previous New Year celebrations and her favorite memories for the first time in what feels like a long time. Caprice is acting like Caprice again. It's almost like I've been doing a Saturday Sunday right after a 30s karaoke stream. The thing is, I was fine after that. My voice was actually normal. It was fine. After that 30s song, it was fine, which was very interesting. I wasn't coughing. I was fine. Oh, those are white pansies. Look at those white pansies. The next day. Yona was kind enough to accept my last-minute request and even apologized over having Mom come in over Christmas, though I'm sure they had apologized to her directly already. The work can be exhausting, but it's nice to feel appreciated. Chris said as much yesterday. Even after a full night's sleep, I find myself struggling to stay awake. Yesterday felt like it lasted 100 hours, and that was before the unplanned decision to stay up till midnight for the ball drop of New Year's. Rat's still not alive. It's been nearly 2 hours. It's nearing 2. Chris and I are sunk into the couch watching some nature documentary. I can barely focus on while Charlie sits with her phone, sitting at the kitchen table. just getting the part about a family seal. I feel was when Caprice's phone starts buzzing. She takes out her pocket through habit and pauses when she sees the words calling. He's calling. She glances towards me, a look of unease right plainly all across her face.
It's Haley.
Oh,
Answer.
I'm going to answer it.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be right here.
She gives me a quick smile, then stands up as she answers the phone. She walks away as she speaks.
Hey, Haley. Happy New Year.
Save check? Fine. So, you do have a name. Why is that the name of the song? Why is it the name of the song? Why is this the name of the song? So, you do have a name. Also, episode is called Sisters. Glances back towards me and Charlie. I give her an understanding nod, and her mom mirrors the motion.
Sure, I have a minute.
Caprice disappears into her old room. Charlie approaches after a few seconds, arms crossed in a guarded way.
I hope those girls can work it out.
Me too. We all do, I think. Are you doing okay?
Charlie blinks in surprise, looking caught off guard at the question. She quickly regains her composure by laughing it off.
You don't need to worry about me, Olive. I appreciate the sentiment, though.
it's still... I don't know.
This really isn't my place to comment, is it?
You basically raised her, right? Millie, I mean.
Charlie's smile falls. She mulls in response over a bit, but settles for a nod and sad shrug.
She's always been incredibly important to me. Marriage or no marriage.
Sorry, I don't mean to overstep.
No, it's fine. If anything, I wonder if...
She either loses her train of thought or most likely her confidence. She shakes her head, groaning a bit. It reminds me of Caprice.
I'm not sure. I could never replace Aid. I would never, ever want to. I just wish I could show her how much she means to me.
Something I never considered before, really, is if Millie and Charlie have talked at all about this. Every time it's been Caprice, part of it has been Caprice's insistence to handle everything, but if there's as close as they must be, considering the years they've been sharing together, I wonder if something else is happening.
Have you told Millie that?
I don't want to make things more difficult for her. It's already such a mess. I've been trying to show it, but...
Losing your best friend young, raising both daughters alongside Mike, and now the marriage. It doesn't take a lot of guessing to understand how carefully Charlie must have been treading every step ever since the engagement. I feel a spike of familiarity in what she's saying. Millie has been acting the same way towards Caprice, feigning normalcy and hoping things will get better somehow. It's a sad recognition that the two are more alike than either thinks. Caprice reemerges from her room, leaving the door open behind her. She gives a small wave to us.
Everything's fine. Haley was just making sure we're all good here.
I see.
And I spoke to Millie a bit.
Ooh, that's promising. Charlie perks up, beginning to the hopeful.
That's good news. How is she doing?
I don't know. Fine? It wasn't a long conversation.
I see.
I told her she could come over to talk. Hope that's okay.
Grace purses her lips and closes her eyes, exhaling sharply. Silence ensues. Slowly, she opens her eyes, glancing between the two of us, uneasily. I'm at a loss for words. Luckily, Charlie speaks up.
When is she coming?
She said she'd be here as soon as possible, so... like, half an hour, maybe more?
Oh, okay. Let me take a quick shower and I'll get out of your hair.
Huh? No, you don't have to leave.
A mixture of shock and fear laces Caprice's voice. She takes a small step forward and waves her hand, her attempts of calming her mom looking more like a desperate flail for help.
Are you sure? I can't imagine it'd be comfortable talking in front of all of us.
I feel a bit put on the spot, but she has a point. If this is an attempt to reconciliation, I don't want to make things awkward.
What, do you think she's gonna feel outnumbered or something?
Maybe. As if by saying it out loud, Caprice realizes that it's exactly what the concern is, and shakes her head even harder.
We're not against her, right? We're all just doing our best. If she's gonna take this step, we should meet her in the middle.
Her voice trembles. She grips her hands into her fists, her speech just as much an attempt to steal her own resolve as ours. The only traces of Caprice who gave up and her best friend are found in cracks of her facade. The uncertain sigh, the glancing away, the fear that this talk will do more harm than good. For the most part, Caprice is doing whatever she does best, the very thing I fell for. Pushing along, even when it's difficult, because it's the right thing to do. The only difference is she's now pushing herself. I take her hand into mine to reassure her she won't be doing it alone.
Like I said, I'll be right here.
Charlie gives an awkward pound on both of our arms, taking an extra second to look at her daughter with a soft expression.
Of course, Caprice. I'll be here too.
The next 45 minutes feel more like 400. Charlie barely moves an inch, forgoing her phone, for twiddling her thumbs. At some point, Caprice retreats to her room, whether it's to meditate or hype herself up for anyone's guess. The apartment is silent alongside the television, going over a manatee's eating habits in thorough detail. And then, a doorbell. The quest is still clear in my mind. I head towards the door and open it to greet Millie.
Oh,
Hey, Millie. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Olive. I didn't expect to see you here. What a weird sense of deja vu.
Yes.
You did come by my place just 2 days ago.
I guess I did. May I come in?
This isn't my house, but sure. I step aside. Millie's hair is a bit unkempt, and she takes the opportunity as she walks past to try to smooth it out. She must have rushed here.
Hello, Millie. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Charlie.
A flicker passes through Charlie's face at the greeting. Her smile softens to a warmer, easier one.
Is Caprice in? I called her a bit ago. She said it was fine if I...
Millie trails off as Caprice exits her room, looking far more nervous than she did barely half an hour ago. Did she lose her nerve? I try to communicate my concern just through a worried glance, but Caprice's gaze is dead set on the floor.
Hey, Millie. I'm here. Want to talk in my room?
Millie's shoulders relax at seeing her, and she gives a small nod. As she walks over, Caprice looks up towards me for just a moment before continuing.
Ollie can come too, right?
Oh. I don't know. I was kind of hoping it would be just us two.
I need them there.
Caprice, it's okay.
Please, Ollie?
Both me and Millie exchange a look. I'm not sure what support I could provide exactly. I thought I'd be sitting on the couch and ready to jump in if things went bad. Millie gets over her uncertainty before I do and nods.
Well, alright.
A small smile across Caprice's face, lips. She beckons me over. I steal a glance towards Charlie, who watches him from her chair in the kitchen. She opens her mouth to say something, but apparently thinks better of it. She must be looking and turns back to the table and offers something of a "Go on then" nod. I follow the two down the hall. I find a spot near her desk to sit, sort of half sitting on the desk and half leaning on it. At the very least, it's out of the way compared to how the other two are. Millie stands nearby the door, while Caprice sits on the bed, legs crossed. I don't want to wait long for one of them to speak up, but to my surprise, it's Millie who starts the conversation.
I forgot how small your room is.
Hmm,
You've really got to get a head start on moving, huh?
I guess so.
Millie's smile fades into a look of resignation. Obviously, the small talk won't go anywhere. Better to get it over with.
I've been calling you and texting. I was worried about you, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, I just...
She walks a bit back, trying to figure out how to continue. When she does, her voice is a bit stronger than before.
I was really mad.
It's a simple statement of fact. The anger she's referring to isn't present in her voice, at least not right now.
You could have told me, though. I would have given you space.
Millie tilts her head, a smile plays on her lips as if she's trying to play along, but eventually her emotions settle on confused.
Are you... is that funny to you?
Yeah, kind of.
The energy in the room shifts. Chris looks away, a mixture of frustration and hurt causing her to bite her lip.
Can you explain the joke for me? I don't get it.
That's the exact thing I was afraid of, you know? Like, I didn't really need to give you a reason to avoid me, except the one time you want to talk?
That's not fair, Caprice.
Maybe it isn't. But do you know how much it sucks to feel like you want nothing to do with me?
I'm sorry, okay? What do you want me to do? I'm not perfect.
I'm not either. I just don't know when to talk to you or leave you alone, or if you even care if I'm around sometimes.
What? Of course I care.
Funny way of showing it. Ever since the engagement, you've been acting like I'm a poison or something.
It's not you, Caprice. It's the whole situation.
Please explain the difference, because you've been pretty actively avoiding me specifically for months now.
It's like I've been banging my head against a wall trying to explain this to you.
Well, try harder. Every time I think I understand, it's like you move the goalpost just to justify staying upset.
Do you think I enjoy it? Do you think this is fulfilling to me? Look at it this way. Every single time I say anything is wrong at all, you try to fix it.
What's so wrong with trying to make you feel better? Why do you hate it so much when I try to help?
Because the way you help isn't what I need.
Then tell me what you need.
I don't know what that is. I just know that it's not that.
Then why did you come all the way out here? Why even bother if you don't know what you want, just that it's not me?
Because I'm scared of losing my best friend.
Well, join the fucking club.
A knock interrupts the two's rousing argument. Firm, but evenly paced. Without waiting for a response, which is Probably for the best, as both Caprice and Millie start to stand there frozen. Charlie creaks open the door.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say yet. I just couldn't stand seeing you two like this.
We're fine, Mom. Sorry, I guess we were a little loud. We'll tone it down.
The last thing I'm worried about is our neighbors, Caprice.
Caprice's face falls to stare down at the floor, just for a moment. Her eyes find their way towards me, meeting my gaze with guilt.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have come.
No, Millie, please. That's not it at all.
Charlie gives a long sigh. She looks over the room, taking the state of things. Caprice is somewhat curled up in the bed. Millie's hands are balled into a tight grip, and I'm still off to the side, attempting to give as much space as I can.
Are you comfortable standing?
Oh,
She looks at her only option, the space next to Caprice. Caprice scoots over a bit in an attempt at assuring her that she won't mind. Awkwardly, Millie sits on the very edge of the bed. Charlie takes her spot in the middle of the room.
Olive, do you remember what you asked me a bit ago?
If you were okay.
Well, that, but I meant what came after. If I had spoken to Millie about what I was feeling.
Caprice turns to look at me directly. All interest trained on me. I won't try to the attention.
I remember, yeah.
I've been sitting out there thinking. I'm in my 40s, hiding out in my kitchen, while two little girls I'm supposed to protect are arguing. It seems a little silly when I think about it like that. Millie, please understand when I say...
She waves in her confidence, taking a deep breath. It begins again, but not before she takes a step forward.
I love you both with all of my heart. I am so sorry that I haven't reached out to you when I should have. I am so, truly deeply sorry I have failed to show you that all this time. I wanted to move forward together, but I was afraid. You deserve better. But even still, if I could undo everything, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I'd never be able to look at myself in the mirror again if you two cut each other out of your lives. It'd break my heart like nothing else. So I understand if your feelings haven't changed. I'd understand if they never change. But please, please, don't hold anything against Caprice.
I'd never.
She's a sigh, and the shifts, gazing downwards at her hands.
I don't need you to convince me we're a family. I know that, and I never wanted you to call off the wedding. I need you all to understand it's still different for me, you know?
I don't. At all.
I'll never be Adelaide.
Millie traces the ridges and falls to her braid, nodding slightly.
Yeah, you won't.
But she's still...
She places a hand on Caprice's leg, shaking her head. She turns to Millie after.
Your mom was the brightest, most loving woman I've ever had the privilege of knowing. You were her everything. I wish every single day she could be here to see the amazing woman you've grown to become. I'm so grateful I got the chance to be part of your life growing up. Nothing will ever take that away. Mike and I love each other, but I could never replace her for him. And that's fine, I wouldn't want to. He'll never replace her for me either. No one wants to forget her. We never could, even if we wanted to. The bits and pieces that get lost to time can't erase how much she means to us. How much of our hearts we lost when she passed.
In the short time I've known her, Charlie has always been more mellow and reserved than Caprice. but it was impossible to really comprehend the weight she's been carrying around this entire time. I can see her expression well from where I am, but suddenly Millie stands up from the bed. She's trembling. Shock and fear quickly wash over Charlie's face at the moment. I can only guess how many worries are shooting through her mind over what she said or didn't say right. Millie takes a breath.
I'm sorry, too.
Her voice cracks. Charlie reaches out and pulls her into a hug as Millie begins to cry. I feel so out of place. I want to get out and give these three some privacy. I stand up, but as I do, where's Caprice? On the bed alone, as Charlie rubs Millie's back. Caprice cries too. The emotion from the room is overwhelming, but when I see them, any feelings of being out of place are immediately shoved aside as I go over to her side and pull her into a hug of my own. She cries to my shoulder quietly as Millie continues speaking, muffled in Charlie's arms.
I've missed you a lot too, but I really thought you would hate me after all of this.
No, Millie, no. Never.
The cries subside, just long enough for Millie to glance over at me and Caprice. Seeing Caprice isn't able to look up, she makes eye contact with me instead. I understand immediately. I rub Caprice's back and take her hand, speaking in a hushed voice.
Hey,
What?
I think Millie wants you.
Really?
Really, really. Come on.
I stand up, offering Caprice myself as support to lean on as she lifts off the bed. She leans on me for the 3 steps it takes to reach her family. Wrong button, ignore that sound, I pressed that button by accident.
Caprice,
I don't remember her. Not really, and I'm sorry I don't because maybe I could understand you better. But I care about you. I didn't mean to... I mean, I was trying to cheer you up. That's all. I wanted you to be happy. I didn't do it the right way, but that's why. I tried everything, thinking maybe the next thing would magically solve all our problems. I thought if you could just be as excited about the wedding as I am, we wouldn't need to fight anymore. I'm sorry.
Reese grips my hand as she speaks so tightly I think both our knuckles have turned white. As she finishes, her grip loosens. She turns away towards me. I give her hand 2 quick squeezes. She glances up at me, her eyes shielded by her wispy bangs. I try to guide her gaze with my own, back towards her family. One more little push.
Aren't you going to meet her halfway?
Oh. I should, shouldn't I?
I'll be right here.
Promise?
I do.
Grace manages a small smile at that. She lets go of my hand, taking one more step, and goes the full distance, running to Millie and Charlie, wrapping her arms around them. Any semblance of composure quickly falls away as the 3 collapse into a hug. The 3 cry, but there's a lightness to it, a love strong enough that makes them all laugh, just a little, at how tightly they're holding each other.
Caprice, I'm sorry.
No, I don't want to hear it.
But
I know already, okay? I know.
Millie sighs but holds her sister tightly all the same. It's more clear now than ever. My place is beside Caprice, but this moment is wholly theirs. wholly theirs. All I can do is wipe my eyes and do my best to burn this image into my mind of Charlie and her children. Fuck! The game crashed. The game crashed. Thank
I
you.
was just thinking that you look like the sort of
Thank you,
person who would
Bunmavia.
enjoy one of our fairy kiss chillers.
And another posture. And another hydrate. I was just about to go save, too. That's the worst part. I was literally about to go save. I was literally minutes before about to go hit the save button.
Sorry.
That's
Okay, let's see how many times I press the space button's gonna get us through.
oh, happy.
Ollie,
Oh,
Remember last time I did this and it ended on having fun in Heart of the Woods,
You
and there was just
are
weird weird sounds until we got to the part where the dialogue resumed and it stopped fast forwarding.
If
I love you both with all of my heart.
I need you all to...
I don't.
Yeah.
But
He'll never.
really? Come on. But I
aren't you?
Oh, promise?
Caprice, I'm sorry.
No, I don't want to hear it.
But
I know already, okay?
Of Charlie and her children. Imagine I was in the chapter and just crashed the act. It'd be funny. It'd be funny if it's crashed the very end of the act. But no, 2 weeks later.
Good meeting, everyone. Adjourned.
Let's save now. The thing I was gonna do. Before it crashed on my fucking ass. And also, I'm gonna go dehydrate real quick. Be right back.
You know I love you lots, right? Of course I do! Love you lots too!
And this. And we're back, I think. Yes, we're back. Well, I say I think because I can't see. And with that, the first art club meeting of the final semester concludes. It was as if the winter break never had ever happened. No one missing a beat in their usual routine.
This is gonna be our last semester as a club, so we have a lot of ground to cover and not a lot of time to do it.
Let's make it one to remember.
You're the boss, boss.
It feels like it's been forever since we've had a day like this. It's hard to believe that for a few months this felt normal. I can only hope it lasts, even if the clock is already ticking down.
Sounds to me like it's not time to end the meeting yet.
Eileen? What's wrong?
Even for everything, and knowing what kind of person Eileen really is, it's not hard to feel a little at ease. A little nervous when she volunteers herself into a conversation.
Like Caprice said, we only have a semester left before we're locked out of this room. We're going to need to settle on a new meeting spot if the club's going to continue afterward.
The room falls into a stunned silence. Even Wallace is struggling to hide the shock in his face. Caprice and Allison are a lot more forthcoming with their reactions through, though the former looking on the verge of tears.
Oh, Elle.
Nuh-uh, no nicknames.
I don't remember you enforcing that rule after our aquarium visit last year.
She thought it was funny back then. Of course it got a pass.
As Wallace and I press on Eileen's buttons, Allison hovers over us, tilting her head back and forth, trying to shake an idea loose.
She's right, though. We should figure out a new place sooner rather than later. We have half a year to decide, but that'll go by fast.
You sure will.
I'm sure the diner wouldn't mind housing us during slow periods or after hours. Mom would love to see everyone.
You think so?
I know so. Her face lights up the way it used to. Intimate and radiant. Immediate and radiant.
The old owner put comfort and community at the top of her priorities when running things. I think our little club would fit in perfectly with her idea of the place.
Sounds like all our problems have been solved then.
Not until we can get actual confirmation. Talk to your management ASAP.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, in that case, the meeting is now adjourned. For real this time.
Wallace and Eileen slowly file out of the room after exchanging their goodbyes. Allison looks ready to follow, but stops halfway at the door. Returning to Caprice and I after a moment's deliberation.
Hey, Olive?
Yes'm? Even if the call was meant for me, it seems to have done an equally good job of attracting Caprice's attention. Tilting her head up from the bag she was in, packing up.
What's up?
I don't know if you remember, but I told you way at the start that I liked our small club just the way it was.
That sounds vaguely familiar, I think. I bobbed my head a couple of times trying to jolt the memory awake. I frown when my attempt ends in failure, which I'm worried Allison misinterprets as she begins to fidget with her hands.
I guess I wanted to say that I'm glad you're around. The club really feels complete with you here now.
I can feel the warmth rising in my cheeks. Hopefully not as obvious to Caprice and Allison as it is to me.
Oh, I appreciate it. But where'd this come from?
I'm not really sure, honestly. The mood just felt a whole lot lighter today, you know?
I do, yeah.
I tell my answer and accompanying smile. Allison returns to Caprice.
I missed having you around, Caprice.
My message to Caprice was considerably shorter, but it's managed to rare the feat of leaving her speechless at the same time. After a few seconds, Caprice finally moves to reply.
I missed you too, Hallie.
Caprice being unable to find her words is one thing, but Allison looks just about ready to cry. Before she gets the chance to start, the club door opens again, snapping her out of her mental trance.
Hey, everything okay? What's keeping you?
Hallie and Ollie were just talking about sappy stuff for a while. Everything's good.
I barely say anything. I think about protesting aloud, but it's probably not the battle worth waging. Eileen offers a rare smile, ruffling her girlfriend's hair as she looks at me.
These two have a lot in common, huh, Caprice?
Tons.
I don't see it. Allison's smile seems to disagree with me, though. Not long afterwards, the room is finally empty, leaving just Caprice and I to idly pack away our things and quietly enjoy each other's company.
Just like the good old days,
From the long-forgotten age of 4 weeks ago.
Ah, I still remember those good old days.
I sure felt that way lately.
Tell me about it.
Finally stuffing her bag full with the art supplies that she brought for the day, she finds herself a seat on the edge of the table, looking out a nearby window.
Weather's gonna start warming up soon.
Spring's right around the corner.
Yeah, can't wait. It's gonna be a busy one.
But the wedding and all that. Just kicking her legs back and forth, occasionally grazing at the chair tucked in underneath his desk.
Are you gonna stop riding the trolley to campus once the snow's gone?
I, hadn't really thought that far ahead, really. I mean, it's not like I've ever had a reason to keep riding in the warmer weather till now.
Right, yeah.
Until now.
I was thinking, though. I had just done some upkeep on my bike before the winter hit.
Your one-seater bike?
Your one-seater bike?
I think we could work something out. If you don't mind holding on.
Or I can get that thing I put on the back of my bike where you can strap like a box or bag to it. You could just, I could take the box off and you just sit on that stand on the bike and we could just, hold on to my shoulders and hug me tightly. You can do that, that'd be fun. Priest's eyes sparkle at the prospect. The door opening behind us seems to catch us both by surprise. Turning around, in unison gets a good view of our visitor. Hello, Millie and Hallie. We have glasses now. What? How nice. It turns out we have two half of the school's writing club.
Yo.
Afternoon, you two. First day of classes treat you well?
You know how it is. Just throwing class syllabuses around and then shooing us out the door. Oh, nice glasses, by the way.
Thank you. I was complaining about my contacts to Hallie the other day when she asked why I bothered. I didn't have a good answer.
Haley smirks at that.
She's really going wild with these personal changes this year.
Yeah.
New year, new me.
Yeah.
So, what's up? We're all done with our club for the day, unless you've come to beg to join.
We'll think about it.
Amelia and Haley share a knowing look, but the secret doesn't remain hidden for long as Caprice glances between the two of them with a genuine excitement in her eyes.
Really? You're gonna join?
I said I'll think about it.
What about the riding club?
It's dying.
We're ditching it.
What? It's called disbanding.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Same thing.
Close enough.
Whoa.
Same difference. What's the difference? Barely anything.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I think, but judging by the sense of finality hanging in the air, everyone except me must have expected this to happen sooner or later.
It's fine, really. It's better this way. We actually stopped by because we wanted to see if you two were still here.
And
everyone hang out. Haley elbows Millie a bit, knocking her glasses at a slight tilt. Millie pretends to adjust them a bit longer than usually necessary, giving her companion a mock pout.
And ask if you maybe wanted a ride home? It's not the largest car around, but there's room for you too, Olive.
I don't mind riding shotgun if you two wanted to sit together.
Ha 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 ha. I turn to Caprice, waiting for a response.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll be out in a couple of minutes. Just gotta double check and make sure everything's locked up.
Okay, just don't keep us waiting long. We've still got dinner plans, right?
Wouldn't miss him for the world.
Millie is the first to leave with a small wave, leaving Haley aimlessly hovering around the door. What's up, Adox? Touches her headphones like she's about to tune out the world again, but instead her hands fall away after a solid pause. Halo walks back into the room a few more steps towards me.
Are we good?
Huh? He looks at me directly. The last time we spoke wasn't the best circumstances. Ah, I guess that makes sense. With her and Millie somewhat barging into my apartment still after everything, I didn't expect her to still thinking about that. A smile comes to me naturally, and I give her a nod.
Yeah, of course.
She sighs in relief.
You really didn't need to worry about that, you know. We were both just trying to help, right?
Right. Still, thanks for everything.
You too.
Even if in the end Caprice and Millie handled it all by themselves, I'm still grateful that Millie had someone by her side, like Haley, while they figured it out, and I'm sure she feels the same towards me and Caprice. Without anything else to add, Haley and I find ourselves at a rather awkward standstill of not knowing how to really end this conversation. Something eventually comes to her, and she gestures towards the door with a thumb.
I better go catch up with Millie. Meet you there.
With that, she puts her headphones on this time, avoiding eye contact as she makes a beeline for the door. With a thud, the door closes, leaving just us two again. I turn to Caprice. She's looking out the window again, her smile unwavering.
No trolley today.
Looks like it.
She stands to her feet, digging around her pockets for the room key, and she slides her backpack over her shoulders. She gives me a quick kiss on her way out the door.
Ready to go riding, buddy?
Lead the way.
The weather's warming finally. Do you want to walk with me? It's been a while since I've seen us really smile. I'm glad to have you here again. My greatest love, my bestest friend. The path we walked some time ago, tracing footsteps left in the snow. Someday soon we'll melt away, but with you here we'll find our way. It'll take some time before we're home. Didn't wanna head back all alone. I'll take your worries if you'll take mine, and fold them in half along the line. It doesn't need to be today. Sometimes we need to step away. So fold the page and save your place. A pristine book is such a waste. Creases, tears, and rips and stains are signs of love and memories made. Winter's dragged on forever. Let's make spring last while we're together. We've made it through to its embrace, to greater love, to brighter days. The cold is harsh, but I don't care. I'll take your worries with warmth to spare. We're almost there, we'll be just fine. Home's right over the horizon line. Let's try having fun today. Sometimes we need to step away. Here's a canvas from last summer, beaten and torn, begging for color. Creases, tears, and rips and stains are signs of love and memories made. I may slow down, you'll march ahead, or need a sec to catch your breath. But I'm not worried, we'll both be on time. Meeting up ahead at the end of the line.
Two months later. Following a long, cold winter, the trees had finally begun to regain their green. Beneath the pleasant, warm sun, Charlie and Mike said their vows. After a year of heartbreak and strife leading up to this moment, it was over in an instant, punctured by a modest applause and falling flower petals. And for a family as small as theirs, it was the first wedding Olive had ever gotten the chance to attend. The image in their head of a big, grand event didn't quite match the more subdued reality of the ceremony today. As now Olive, Caprice, Millie, and Hallie shared a handful of friends and family, watching the couple share their first dance together, moving to and fro in a subtle, endearing clumsiness that could be easily mistaken for grace.
They look good together.
Yeah.
The four huddled together, sharing whispers to themselves. Olive watched on as little bursts of conversation brought their attention back to their trio of friends. Despite only knowing them for a few months, this was The first time Olive had seen Mike and Charlie act this way. They no longer had good reason to hide their affections for the sake of their daughters. It was, if the two had noticed the quiet chatter, they had done a good job of hiding it, never losing each other's eyes, for even a moment. The world didn't matter to them right now. A reprieve well over a decade in the making. Caprice's smile couldn't have been wider. Her body swayed gently with the music as she whisked Olive along with her, their hands intertwined. It was then when she caught a glimpse of Millie out of the corner of her eye, head down and hands clenched together in front of her. Did her brilliant smile lose its luster?
Hey, are you okay?
The question was enough to break Millie from the trance she would have preferred to stay in.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You don't have to watch if you don't want. I'm sure they'd understand.
No, I want to be here. Really, it's just... This is really it, huh? The end.
Millie was quick to wipe her tears before they could even start forming, determined to retain her composure.
I don't think so.
End of a chapter, maybe. But still part of the same book.
The writing club's really rubbed off on you, huh?
He responded with one of her usual shrugs. Unlike similar replies she had made before, this one had felt more like a declaration than a result of apathy, deflection.
Will you three stop trying to make me cry in public? Unbelievable.
Just know we're here for you if you need it, okay? You've got a reliable little sister now, you know?
Oh, you.
As quiet as the group attempted to be, a small ripple of laughter made its way above the music anyway. Olive released their partner's hand, the sisters pulling each other into a hug. These embraces had become more common in the last few weeks, as the two had been making up for lost time, and today they held each other in both celebration of the day and support for one another. Tears prickled at Millie's eyes. Her family was all here, both found and familiar. And Caprice's own tears fell sadly at the joy. Charlie and Mike continued to waltz together on the dance floor. They had worn smiles all day, but those paled in comparison to the ones they had now. The last several months had been the most turbulent of all his life, with some of the highest highs and lowest lows. Their time as a stranger in this circle, isolated and desperate for help, felt like several lifetimes ago. In the last few months, they found themselves easily falling into a waltz of their own with Caprice. Their space in each other's world was not so much carved out as it was simply found, each step taken together bringing them a new day filled with wonder and love. Caprice reached once again for their hand, and the tears she shared with Millie began to dry. Olive wiped her cheek with her free hand. With their free hand, all the same, she rested her face against it, looking up at them.
Do you want to get the next dance?
Neither of them had ever danced before.
More than anything.
After endless cold and cloudy days, the start of a new chapter was penned underneath a pristine blue sky. Two women started the days as friends, and ended as sisters. Separate yet undeniably together. Their stories were written on opposite sides of the same piece of paper. Something borrowed, something blue. Finish Caprice's epilogue. You've unlocked the following extras. Spring UI theme, chocolate under styling. Scene select, CG gallery. Find these under extras. Thank you for playing. We hope you consider joining the writing club next. Hi, Caps. Let me modify the text box, makes it all pink. Also, hi. Hi! Hi, Caps. Welcome. Hello. Good. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Flowers. Good game. Very good game. Thank you. Good game. It was very enjoyable. I enjoyed it a lot. Mario's walking to the after. Convince you to read. I was doing Millie's Path either way. I was gonna do it next. I was gonna do Millie's Path next, probably. I say probably because I still have I have a bunch of other Sapphic games to play still. I have so many other Sapphic games. I still need to start like another. I've had like one bought for like months now that I just need to play still. I need to play. I also need to play First Snow at some point, but I'll do that. I'll probably do depending on if I do Millie's sooner or later. Sooner rather than later. I'll probably do First Snow after. It always blows me away. Both rounds to be. I'm interested in seeing not Haley. I guess yeah, kind. I wonder. I'm interested in seeing Millie's side of the story. I don't know when it'll be. Maybe I'll try to figure out. I need to find a time. Maybe next week. I don't know. I'm unsure. But it was great to basically end the year off with another lovely Sapphic Sunday featuring a student-in-law / Bell game, because I literally started the year. You probably don't know those, Caps. I started the year. I started off 2023. Literally, I think the first day of 2023. I started off by playing Heart in the Woods. Heart of the Woods. And I was like, oh yes. Starting the year off with lesbians, as you should. And I'm ending the year off with lesbians, as I should. The best way to end and start a year with lesbians. It was very enjoyable. Writing great. 2023 was the year of the A-Law. I am excited. I know it'll be a long time till it happens, but I'm excited for summer uni. I'm really excited.
See you soon.
I'm so excited for summer uni. I love Summer. Summer is my best girl of 2023. Miho was my 2023 was my 2022 best girl.
I think it's perfect.
I love her. Summer is my, you know, I've only known Summer for like a month or so, but I love her. She is my best girl of the year. Probably. Please. We need more Summer Uni. We need more Summer Uni. We need that. We demand more Summer Uni. But it was great. I really enjoyed. Twofold was really good, very fun. All of them cool. You love them. 8 out of 4. Yes. Elon. 24 confirmed. Whoa. Imagine video games. Imagine Elon games coming out on 2024. Imagine if there was one coming out on Valentine's Day. Oh, whoa. Unimaginable. Oh. Valentine's Day elongate. Imagine that. Imagine. But I'm excited for that as well. I'm excited for Love in a Bottle that's coming out on Valentine's Day. Did you know there's another game I'm interested in that's also coming out on Valentine's Day this as well, along with Love in a Bottle. I'm excited for Sucker for Love, the second game of Sucker for Love, where there's a very very lovely giant woman. Anyway, Love in a Bottle, February 14. That's Valentine's Day, right? Yes, the 14th of mark your calendars, guys. Valentine's Day. 2024. Whoa. It comes on a Women Love Wednesday, guys. It's Women Love Wednesday when it comes out. Whoa. Women Love Wednesday. I wish I could stream it on the day it comes out, but I probably have work, so I can't do it. But, judging by the time, if I do Million next week, I'll have room to, and then I'm guessing maybe there's, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Saturday. Sunday after. No. Oh, so Possum birthday reveal. Possum birthday reveal. Hey yo. Possum birthday reveal. Look at her go. Whoa. Birthday reveal. I almost like I was just listening to Caprice sing in the background this whole time. We're just listening to Caprice sing in the background this whole time. We're looking at the scene select screen. You know the whole time. They haven't fucking moved. At all. I'm sad. There's no credits gallery, unless there's no credits gallery. I want to look at all the credits images again. I guess I'll just have to go through the whole scene again. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Oh no, I'll have to go through Something Borrowed, Something Blue again. Oh no! Whatever shall I do? The tragedy! Oh no! Oh no, I have to read and go through that whole credits epilogue scene again. The tragedy, oh. So I do like the little flowers. I'm pretty sure those are new. These are new, right? These are new, definitely. Yeah, I assume that's why it's like unless I had a feeling that that's what's gonna happen. I had a feeling that was gonna happen, and I'm probably gonna get the other side as well. Yeah. Oh no! I have to play through Millie's path to get the video in the gallery? Oh no! The tragedy! Not right, woman! Not right, woman! Not again! No! Right woman! Insert Necky's drawing here. I think it was Necky's drawing. Insert Necky's drawing of right woman here. Insert that somewhere in here. Lol. Double checking have everything. If I were to go through here, I am blind. Where is it? Yeah. I know, I understand, that's fair. That's fair. I get it. I get it. Outside that Pat Mimo, who probably isn't your child as far as I'm aware. I don't remember. I have really bad memory, but still pass Mimo aggressively. Peace. Just Mimo. Love Mimo. We love Mimo. Anyways. That was a lot shorter than I was expecting, I'll be honest. I for some reason thought there was gonna be more than 3 acts. I didn't look. I didn't want spoilers, obviously. I didn't know much. But I thought this chapter was gonna be longer than 3 hours, which surprised me. I know it's actually 3 hours is normal, I guess. Yeah, that's also sad. I was hoping to raid Rat, but Rat is sleepy. I think Rat's either sleepy, or she is doing off-Kai work right now. I'm assuming probably off-Kai work. Let's move over to the face cam and then crash Twofold. Let's just crash Twofold real quick. Anyways, hello, we're here on my lovely face cam. Well, my lovely quote-unquote face cam / just chatting screen, where it's a hectic mess of a lot of items I own on the same screen. We got Faracto that I built last night. We got Nemo. We got Futaba hidden there as one. We got we got Nemo. We got Mimo. We got all things. We have Mimo. We have Mimo. We have Mimo up there on the slideshow. We have Mimo on the bed. We have Mimo down there. We have Mimo down there. We have Mimo down there. We have Mimo up there on the wall. We have Mimo over there. We have Mimo back on the slideshow. Oh, the Mimos. Mimos everywhere. That's me, not a fox. Not a fox. Not a fox. Not a fox. Yes, we have Mimo in my hand right there. This room is so cluttered. I kind of like it though. It represents me. This whole room being this cluttered is perfect. Because my desk in real life is also fucking cluttered, but it's an organized mess. Everything is in their own corner. Like we have I love like the tiny gap. I love the small ass fucking gap in the middle of the table that's just empty. I love the empty ass gap in the table that I refuse to put anything in right now. I refuse to put anything in that tiny gap. I could have put Farak up there on the table, but no. Farak gets on my fucking microphone instead in this shot. It is right for my friends when I join, but it's just so funny that everything is all cluttered. The wall is pretty full. This side of the desk is full. That corner is full, but there's a gap just there of nothing. Anyways, I guess I gotta look for someone to raid now because the person I had planned to raid is not anywhere to be seen, and the person I would usually raid today isn't streaming because it's New Year's Day morning. It's New Year's morning there, I think. Time zones are weird. Time zones are bizarre, to say the least. Oh, I can work with this. I can work with this. Oh, I can work with this. Set up blue makes no sense and is very concerning. If you think too much about it. So don't think too much about it. I can work with this. Anyways, I gotta look for someone to raid. I don't. All my friends. Right? Is she still alive? Good night, Caps. Thanks for tuning in for the end, and thanks for listening to my really messy ramble about Elan and we love Elan, and then my room of rambling about how I have a lot of Mimos in this one room. I'm giving you a thumbs up in real life. I don't know why. You can't see it. I just am. Anyways, sleep well. Bye bye. Happy Central European New Year. Yes. It is Central European New Year's. It is. And there's now. Like right now, isn't it? Or is that... Again, time zones are snazzy. Okay, no, they finished. It wouldn't matter. It was their YouTuber. Their YouTube streamer. I can't even grade them proper. Did you guys have anyone to raid? Because I'm going through... All my friends are not alive at the moment, and I don't think anyone here is live either. If they are live, I have not been made aware. But I believe everyone who I am in relative acquaintance with, in vague acquaintance with, are all not live right now. So we gotta find someone. We gotta scour the internet to find the people. Alas, no one playing Alon. I know. I checked. I too follow every Alon game. Oh yeah. I don't know why I scrolled past. Yeah. What is she doing? Oh, Binding of Isaac. It's just not categorized. It's not categorized, which is bizarre. I don't know why I didn't register. I don't know why I didn't register her being alive. I just scrolled past. It just never occurred to me that she's alive. Like, oh yeah, I could rate her. I just scrolled past. Okay, let's go say hi to Nat too. My phone almost fell. My phone. I caught my phone. Let's go say hi to Nat too. Again, hope you all have a lovely New Year's coming up. For you two, it's in 7 hours. For me, it's in 6 hours. And thanks for hanging out with me as I end off my 2023 with lesbians the same way I started with lesbians. It is a lovely time. Thank you for being a part of my 2023 Possum and Bunlivia and all y'all lurker people as I attempt to copy my message. I am failing horribly to copy my red message. There we go, I will see you guys tomorrow for another stream for on New Year's afternoon at 3 p.m. EST approximation, I assume, or whenever I finish eating. I will see you guys then. Have a lovely New Year's. Hopefully I'll see you in Rat's chat when she wakes up and starts streaming and all that jazz. And if not, I'll see you guys tomorrow for New Year's Day stream surprise. Not gonna tell you what it is. It's not scheduled on the stream schedule.